Hello, everybody, Backdoor Podcast fans. We are here for another one-to-one interview with the players, GM, and stuff like that. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Grant Basile, new player of Tortona. Welcome, Grant.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, very good, very good. And we start talking about obviously your career, but at first, I have to ask you a question. Have you find a chicken Alfredo place in Italy when you're here or not?
No, I have not. No.
Is your best you see the play you like the most? I think.
My favorite place
Yeah.
that I've had is I love the pesto here.
Ah, okay.
The
Okay.
pesto pasta. It's fantastic.
Very good in Italy. Very We have very good food. And start with your basketball career and Italian and your trip to Italy, if I can say in this way. When it starts, when you start to think about your Italian status.
So we played Arizona in the NCAA tournament with Coach Foy's, and we talked after the game. Obviously, with the Gianluca playing, the last name was the same, so he asked if I had some Italian heritage. And my grandpa was very proud of his Sicilian roots, Palermo, Sicily, as we say in the States. He was very proud, so we started doing some research, and uh, we worked with Massimo Rizzo, and he was able to help me kind of realize that I was entitled to citizenship here. And when we found that out, we jumped at that opportunity, and here we are now.
And when did you realize you're a Italian citizen from March, if I'm not wrong? And
Yep.
when did you realize, wow, this could be reality in the next future?
Yeah, so I got it in March, and we kind of realized that it was for sure going to happen in December. I was able to go to the consulate in Chicago, and we realized that it was a for sure thing that like, hey, this is gonna happen. So I realized for surely it was gonna happen in December. Got it in March, and then I was on a plane to Italy in April to come over here and play. So I had another year of college, but I decided that I wanted to come over here and start playing as soon as I got that. So it was a pretty fast process.
And we come back to the beginning. When did your career start? When you approach for the first time to basketball?
Yeah, so my grandpa and my dad both coached. So I've been around basketball my entire life. It's something my whole entire family is really into, and it's just something that's been a part of me since I was a little kid. I started playing with the ball as soon as I could walk. So it's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
You've been coached by your father in the at the beginning of your career. It was difficult or not to separate your obviously relationship father son and player coach.
Yeah. Obviously, sometimes there's some long days coming home from practice when we disagree on some things, but at the end of the day, he wanted me to prepare me to have a successful career and push me to be the best possible player I could. So honestly, when I got to college, it was easier for me because I wasn't playing for him anymore. From a perspective of he always pushed me harder than everybody else, and it helped me have a good work ethic when I got to college and not be afraid to get yelled at. So it was a great experience.
Do you think your father has an important role for growing you as a player? And do you think having or not your father as a coach could make difference in your growth as a player?
Yeah, I think it for sure helped me. Him continuing to push me and demanding that I be the best possible version of myself was helpful. I think it's a good thing when you're around somebody that understands the game, and pushes you and doesn't want you to take the easy way out. There's some times that I'm sure he could have went easy on me, just because I was bigger than some kids, so naturally it was a little easier for me sometimes, in high school. But he always pushed me to continue to get better and to not take the shortcut, continue to working on my game.
Your start at Wright State. We are here in Italy. We know Duke, North Carolina, and college like that. But there's a ton of realities, a ton of situations with less big, the less big place, less big team, and at the beginning, what does Wright State means for you at the beginning of your career?
Yeah, it was. I had an awesome experience there. Obviously, it's not as big of a program as some of those other ones, but we were a good basketball team. Won a lot of games there. They really helped me develop. Continue to show me how to work the right way. I had a lot of really good teammates, a lot of really good coaches, that pushed me and challenged me to continue to develop my game and grow. I think that I continued to get better every year I was there, and then continuing that at Virginia Tech. I think I have a lot of room to continue to grow, and I think that's been important for me, continuing to play at places that want to challenge me to get better and aren't satisfied with where I'm at, but want more from me. I think all 4 years at Wright State, they did that. They helped me grow each and every season.
We have a podcast like named The Process. I don't know if you know it. And we, Luca Virgilio in Nebraska talks about the NCAA reality, some tricks about some process in NCAA. And when you switch from Wright State to Virginia Tech, there's a specific process, a specific portal you had to be in. Could you explain in a short way which is the project and which is your path in this project, in this
Yeah,
process?
yeah. So for college athletes, what they have to do is they have to enter what's called the transfer portal, which is where other coaches are then able to contact you, and begin your recruiting process all over again. My process was a little different than most because I had already graduated from Wright State, so I was a graduate transfer. So no matter what, I was granted immediate eligibility, and I was going to be able to play the next year, since I had already graduated. But for other students, they get one free transfer, so they're able to leave a school one time, and be able to play the next season right away.
And why did you choose Virginia Tech? Which was the main aspect convince you to play there in the recruiting process?
Yeah, I think it was a great fit for me, from the point of that they thought I had room to grow as a player. They saw what I was able to do at Wright State, and they thought they could continue to help me get better. And like you said earlier, some of those schools, like we got to play Duke, we got to play North Carolina. We beat both of them, being able to play in the ACC. So we played the top teams, the teams that everybody dreams of playing when they're a little kid. So I had the opportunity to play at the biggest stage in college basketball. So it was something that seemed like a perfect fit for me.
You talk about great programs like Duke. You played an outstanding game against them, 10 of 15 from the field, 24 points. What do you remember about that game? And this could be your NCAA highlight career.
Yeah, being able to get a chance to play some of those ACC schools was a great opportunity, a ton of fun. Everyone wants to perform at the biggest stage, and play against the best teams. And obviously, Duke being as famous as they are, having such great players there, it was a lot of fun to be able to go out there and compete, and ultimately find a way to get a win. Personally, I played pretty well, like you said, but just I was just happy we were able to get out of there with a win. We had a great crowd. It was a lot of fun.
You are a Milwaukee guy. I have to ask you, are you a Bucks fan?
Yeah, if I was to pick a team, I would root for them. But I really just enjoy watching players now. Just being able to watch some guys that I've played played against over the years. It's fun to watch them continue to grow their careers.
Which are the player inspire you the most?
I think there's a lot of different players that I enjoy watching. I love watching Carmelo Anthony, how he's able to create offensively. Back in the day, that was my favorite player as a child. But being able to watch just a lot of the different players today, just how they're able to use their skills, their bodies to create angles and stuff. I think just the game's growing so much. There's players all over the world that are coming and able to compete, and it's really good for the game of basketball to just continue to watch how talented people are getting.
For Italian fans, in particular of Tortona, but the Italian fans in general, could you describe your game, your position, your plus, your minus, for have a big picture of you as a player?
Yeah. So I play the forward position, either the 4 or the 5. I'm able to play both of those. I think one of my bigger strengths is my versatility. I'm able to score from the 3-point line. I shot just under 40% last year from 3. And I'm also able to score inside, being about 204 centimeters, a little under or without shoes, about 6'9" with shoes. So I'm able to use my size to score inside, and then I'm also able to stretch the floor and use my 3-point shooting ability. So I'm a versatile player that hopes to provide some versatility here.
When were the first contact with Derthona? Derthona is contacting you. There's some other process. When was the beginning of this relationship?
Yeah, so once my NCAA season ended in the middle of March, they worked with Massimo, my agent, and they kind of said they're interested, kind of put together an offer, and I accepted later that week. So my season ended, we'll say mid-March, like March 15th, and then by the end of March, I had decided that was something that I was probably going to do. After a week or two, talked with my coaches at Virginia Tech, worked out to get for a couple of weeks, and then I was on a plane to Milano.
You spent some times before the Tortona season ends with your future teammates.
Yep. I was here for about 6 weeks. So I broke my thumb my first week here, so I ended up having to get surgery, get some screws put in. It's all healed up now. Obviously, I was able to play those 2 games in Madrid with the U23 team. So that was good, being able to get back out there. But yeah, I was able to meet the coaches, some of the players. It was over a really good experience.
And which are your first impression about not only Tortona team but Italian environment, Italian relationship with basketball, and obviously your future teammates and your coach in particular, Marco Ramondino?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is how talented everyone is over here, how skillful they are using angles and using their body to create separation and space. And just the way they play over here is really fun. You share the ball, you move the ball around. Everyone takes turns getting shots. It's not one player dominating the bulk of possessions. I think it's a really high level and it fits my game well. The way they allow their bigs to do a lot on the perimeter as well as inside, and I think it'll be a good fit for me playing for Tortona. The way that they've been able to use some of their players' shooting ability and also them inside. I think coach is obviously a fantastic coach. Him being named coach of the year says that, and their kind of rise from winning A2 to now finishing 3rd in year 2. So I think it'll be a lot of fun playing here.
Tortona is one of the best project in basketball at the high level, beside Milano and Bologna. What are your goal for the next season in Tortona, which plays in the Lega Basket and Europe, and have for the first time in history a European Cup? It probably will be a demanding season, but what are your goal as a player?
Yeah, I just want to contribute to winning. Obviously, playing in European competition for the first time will be an adjustment for everybody. It'll be my first time, obviously, playing professional basketball over here. So I'm sure it'll be a learning process for everybody involved. But being able to be here for a few weeks and kind of get adjusted to that, I think my goal is just to continue to provide help wherever I can. So whatever the team needs me to do will kind of be what I hope to contribute.
Do you think your adapting process from American type of basketball to European type of basketball will be hard or not? You feel comfortable in the European too?
Yeah, I think it'll be something that I'll pick up pretty quick. Playing the 2 games in Spain was a great start for the national team. The green team, I think being able to kind of see how they operate and see some of the different play styles, I think was really helpful. I think I'll only continue to get better. I think my game is very well suited for over here. How we play here, I think could be a pretty good transition for me.
You talked about the green team, Italy against Spain. Spain is without a doubt the most important basketball school in Europe. You played as a team 2 very good game. You battled since the beginning. What do you remember about these 2 games, and what could help you in this adaptation process?
Yeah, obviously we split with them 1-1. I think it was good for me to kind of get some experience playing. There's a few different rules with being able to tip the ball out of the rim after it touches, and some of the pivot rules are a little bit different. But I think that was something that was good to kind of to play and see, and then obviously being able to learn some of the plays with the national team runs, and then also just being able to just play in front of with the Italia jersey on was a great experience. It was a great honor.
Have you already talked with Gianmarco Pozzecco for a possible joining the first national team or not?
He was obviously coaching us this week. He was around. The entire senior team staff was there. So it was good to get a chance to meet them and kind of play live in front of them, let them kind of see in person some of my skills and talents. We talked a little bit just about the future. He said we'll be in touch. So we'll just continue to see what happens in the future, what they need, and just kind of go from there.
And in Italy, we've talked about a lot about Paolo Banker decision, and I think you can understand and could probably explain us not the decision of Paolo, obviously, but what was the process in this case to pick or choose Italy or USA? You are nearly in the same situation.
Yeah, I obviously can't speak for him, but I know he had the opportunity to play for both teams. I think he was planning on playing for Italia back before COVID happened. But I think it's a great opportunity to be able to come and play I know my family is very proud of our Italian roots. So it was a great opportunity for me. It was a no-brainer decision. My grandpa was very proud of his heritage, and so am I. So it was something that I really wanted to do.
Last question. What will be your dream for your basketball career in Europe or one day in the NBA? What will be your dream as a basketball professional player?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the ultimate goal is to get a chance to play in the NBA, but I'm very excited to play in Serie A. I think that'll be a ton of fun. It's great basketball over here, and getting a chance to live in Italy. It's something that I'm really excited about, really looking forward to. I know my entire family's excited about coming over here. I think they're going to come over for an extended period and kind of stay out here. We're very proud of our heritage, and I want to continue to embrace that and be able to live over here. So yeah, I think that just being able to get the opportunity to see the world, see where I'm from, where my family's from, is something that I'm really looking forward to.
Very last question. Talk about your agent, Massimo Rezzo, who's fully involved in the Banchero process and a lot of process related to Italian Federation, brings you in Italy and follow all the process. Could you describe him as an agent?
Yeah, he's been great. Obviously, he's very helpful, helping me get my passport, and help me make that dream a reality. He was very helpful with that. Obviously, he did the same thing for Banchero, and then was able to do the same thing for me. I think he's also very proud of his Italian heritage. Wants to continue to make the national team as good as possible. So I think that's something that he's looking forward to do, and hopefully I'm able to one day help them.
Thank you so much, Grant, for your time, and I wish you the best luck for your season in Tortona and your future as a basketball player.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, for following this interview with Grant Basile, the newcomer for Tortona basketball, and we are done for today. And see you in the next interview. Bye bye.